Today I fucked up by looking under my bed. I've lived with my parents for most of the pandemic. It sucks, but Terry's no rent, free food, and having my folks as company is nice. My parents' house is also way nicer than anything I could afford, so the guest bedroom that I'm in is much more comfortable than the bed I own. No one likes living with their parents as an adult, but I'm grateful, and my situation could be far worse all things considered. I woke up today and decided it's time to clean the guest room. I'm not a horribly messy person, but it had gotten to where it reflected bad on me to my parents. As I was making the bed, I felt my foot touch something soft underneath the bed. Not thinking much of it, I assumed it was a pillow. So I got on my knees, lifted the dust ruffle, and there I saw a white velvet bag with a Prada label. Confused, I grabbed it and noticed it was pretty heavy for its size. I opened up the drawstring and looked in and spotted something terribly uncomfortable. There was lube, butt plugs, ball gags, glass beads, and a dildo next to a box that said "Clone a Willy" on it. I just placed the bag under the bed, blanked out for a bit, and googled "Clone a Willy." Sure enough, it's a replica of someone's dick as a dildo. I had found my parents' sex toys, including my dad's cock clone, under my own bed. The worst part is that I remember the last time I cleaned my room a couple weeks ago, it wasn't there. So it was put there recently. I'm not sure what to do, but I definitely don't want to be sleeping over my mom and or dad's butt plugs and dick replica. Too long didn't read. I looked under the bed I sleep in at my parents' house. There I found my parents' sex toys, including a replica of my dad's penis. Her parents use a Prada bag as a sex toy bag. Now that's what I call a flex. I wonder if your mom is pegging your dad with his own dick. I only wonder this, so now you have to assert dominance, clone your willy. Now the student will become the master. I'm sorry, even as a joke the thought of this is sickening. Just hide the bag in the closet. Wasn't there before. Now it is. Could have been put anywhere, but the room you're using was chosen. I think your parents might been trying to get you to leave. Exactly my thoughts. Will announce tomorrow they think it's time they moved out, and parents will be like, oh, if you're sure. If there is no announcement, they will start leaving the bag in more and more obvious places. Look on the bright side. Maybe your parents have a third lover and you're not actually sleeping above a replica of your dad's dick. Foursome opportunity, sounds like to me. Today I fucked up by showing my porn history on a meeting. This happened just an hour ago. We were having a meeting at work, and at the end of the meeting my colleague remembered something that he forgot to show at the meeting, and he had turned off his laptop, so he asked me if I could open up the company portal and search for the thing he wanted to show. So I casted my laptop at the big screen in the conference room for everyone to see. I fired up Chrome and started to type the URL of the company portal, which is portal.companyname20, and someone was asking me about something just as I typed, so I wasn't really paying that much attention to what's on the screen. Apparently I stopped at porn, and guess what other sites start with that? On screen was a short list of girls with titles to porn I've watched the night before. Then came the awkward silence. It was quiet for a solid 15 seconds, and I just tried to ignore it and continued typing in the URL. My colleagues tried to ignore it also, but you could feel the tension in the room. Just to be clear, I do not watch porn on my work laptop. I've watched it on my private computer at home, and apparently I forgot to use incognito mode, and my work laptop was signed into the same Google account, so it synced the history. Too long didn't read. I forgot to use incognito mode while watching porn, and my porn history accidentally showed up on a meeting in front of all my colleagues. I hope it is just some vanilla shit. Some fetishes such as BDSM, foot fetish, or scat would be more embarrassing. Scat, like Scatman? Upvote for it actually being today, I guess. That's why I never log into Chrome with my normal account on my work computer. I also don't want my work to know my general search history. I wouldn't lose sleep over it though. Everyone watches porn, including your co-workers. I just hope what came up wasn't a weird type of fetish porn. This is why I watch porn on Microsoft Edge and do everything else on Chrome. Who the fuck would ever open up Microsoft Edge on purpose? My phone and computer's Google history are connected. I can't stress enough to use incognito mode everywhere on everything when doing anything dubious in nature. 2 months ago my wife was sitting right next to me as I brought up my phone to search for a new baby seat. Here is what she saw. Who is the Federal Reserve Chairman? DeWalt vs Bosch circular saw. Do monkeys really pick bananas? 5 guys double calories. How old was Walter Cronkite when he died? Now I'm curious, do monkeys really pick bananas? Today I fucked up by sending money to a friend with PayPal and jokingly noted in the reference that it was for an extreme sex act, but was mistaken for an international financial crime. Live overseas. A trusted old friend of mine in the USA handles some of my finances. I often send him money to pay various bills and take care of things for me there. I use PayPal. He and I were roommates when I was in college 30 years ago. We're both hetero and, apologies if this offends anyone, but we often jokingly insult each other with homosexual taunts. When I send PayPal payments, there's a space for a reference, a reason for the payment. As part of an ongoing joke, I always write something that implies he's being paid for gay sex. There was never a problem. Well, PayPal finally lost its mind. My most recent payment was $2,000 and the reference was, "Thanks for the Cuban oil drill." Here is a link that explains the slang. Warning, not pleasant, but its absurdity should prove it's a joke. Within a few hours, PayPal suspended both of our accounts. They asked us both to explain further why I was paying him, and to explain Cuban oil drill, and provide details and an explanation of the payment. He and I both contacted PayPal and were upfront and honest. It was awkward and embarrassing, but our stories matched, because they're true. But PayPal keeps escalating the issue, and now they want the Department of Justice to review the case. I guess I'm financing illegal oil drilling in violation of the Cuban embargo. Whatever the case, I fucked this up. Too long didn't read. Jokingly sending money for a Cuban oil drill was mistaken for illegal activity. It's more OFAC, not necessarily PayPal. They just have to abide by the rules set up from the Fed. Having worked in banking, Cuban was the trigger word to flag the item for review. It explains why you didn't have an issue with your previous transfers. But PayPal is bound to do their due diligence to the OFAC rules since they are only the facilitator of moving the money between 2 separate banks. Try sweaty butt love next time. You shouldn't have an issue, lol. Makes you wonder how their algorithms work to catch someone like you, but they inexplicably allow actual money laundering to occur with big-time criminals. They were probably more concerned about your reference to Cuba than the filthy sex act. Anyway, what a lame company. Hope you get your money back. When I was 18 I was renting out my spare room to a friend, and he just set up an auto deposit into my account called anal sex. I laughed at it the first time and then just tuned it out and thought nothing of it. Later I was applying for a loan in person at my bank. Loan officer, you've listed rental income on the application, do you have proof of that? Me, yeah, should be listed in my account. $400 a fortnight. I do see $400 a fortnight for anal sex. Me, oh, right. Till what a Cuban oil drill is. And I wish I didn't. Ha ha ha.